make sure YouTube is going. And it looks like it is, so that's good. Awesome. So we're on ESPN2 right now because all right, sorry about that. So we are live for the Guaranteed Break Bowl here on ESPN2 in just a few moments. Hoping that anyway, we're here. It's almost time. KU Twitter said that it was going to be on ESPN2 first at 8:10. So right now it's Live playing. I can't remember what this guy's name is. But they're talking about the Ravens 49ers game. That was kind of a surprise if you watched that. Boy, howdy. Brock Purdy did not help his MVP case whatsoever. That was so bad. But, Lamar Jackson certainly did. And it's not like it matters for the Chiefs anymore, given the fact that, well, unfortunately, the Chiefs lost to the Raiders yesterday in embarrassing fashion. It was a very, very bad game. So, unfortunately, no one seed for them. They lost themselves a one seed. This is the most losses in the Patrick Mahomes era. Just an all-around crapshoot. So, Veach has to fix the wide receivers. I mean, he has to. There's no question. Just an absolutely embarrassing showing from an offensive play calling standpoint as well. I think Matt Nagy gets fired after this season. I think you just have a complete offensive overhaul, and I think Veach overcorrects, as he always does. You look back after Super Bowl 55, and you saw the prime example of that, of just Veach overcorrecting to solve these Chiefs errors. And I hope that gets done because, frankly, he didn't do it with the wide receiver room this past year, and it's come back to bite him. So hopefully this will get corrected. Hopefully this will get mitigated. Let me know. Sorry, the TV volume is kind of high. But just overall, just a poor showing this season from the Chiefs offense. The poorest showing in the Mahomes era. One of the poorest showings since 2017. Just I guess that's Mahomes era, but is what it is. But yeah, defense played great. The defense didn't. The defense gave up 8 points, and the Chiefs still allowed 20 points, but the defense only allowed 8. If that gives you any explanation as to how poorly the offense played, it was so. Raiders are also the first team to score 2 defensive touchdowns in back-to-back games since 2012. I don't think this is the Chiefs here, folks. It's just not. But on to kind of the subject at hand, I suppose. The Kansas Jayhawks. Let's talk about the basketball team first. The Kansas basketball team has been nothing too impressive. No one in the NCAA basketball has been impressive this year, in my opinion. Purdue's shown that they have cracks. Kansas has shown they have cracks. Arizona has shown they have cracks. There's really nobody good to this point in NCAA basketball. I mean, there's just straight up isn't. So there needs to be a team that shows themselves when all is said and done. I think conference play will definitely bring out the best in these ranked teams. We'll truly see who is the number one ranked team, and I think Kansas can get there. They're definitely not there yet. Definitely. I mean, it has looked very rough when you're allowing teams like Yale to hang with you, Eastern Illinois, um, just teams that you should beat by 20, 30 points are only getting beat by you by like 10. So there needs to be a change. There certainly needs to be a change. Um, as far as Kansas football goes, obviously they're the reason for the stream tonight. You can see I got my KU hockey jersey on, but but they're the reason for the stream tonight. They're taking on UNLV in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Should be a great game. It should be a battle between two very, very good run offenses. Obviously, UNLV has Ricky Waters, who is an All-American receiver. Jaden Mayava is actually playing. There were rumors that he was going to transfer, but he's actually going to be there playing. I like the Jayhawk helmets. They look very, very shiny. um, but Kansas is seeking their first bowl win since 2008. UNLV is seeking their first bowl win since 2000. There's quite a bit at stake. And if you didn't already hear, Devin Neal is back for another year. Um, Huge news. I think that just, I mean, he's a huge part of this Kansas offense. He's got a ton of ability to be the best back in the nation by this coming year. And I'm really, really excited to see where he takes the team. As far as players that are out for Kansas, we have Austin Booker, Dominic Pumi, and Bryce Cabledew. I think those are the only three. And then, I mentioned Dominic Pumi. My apologies. But yeah, a lot of pieces on the offensive line missing, but KU had a month to prepare. I think they pretty much knew who was coming, and not a great start. A legal procedure on Kansas, a kickoff that went out of bounds. So, unfortunate. So, have some solid numbers. Like I said earlier, if you can't access Facebook, get to the YouTube. The YouTube is also streaming too. So if you can't access Facebook, go to YouTube. Hopefully the stream quality is better there if you're having some problems here. So we're going to get our first look here at Jaden Mayava. Probably going to be a run play. It is going to be a run play. And that's not great. Good run there by DeJesus. Like I said, just two teams that can absolutely gash you on the ground. And I would expect UNLV to hurry it up and just keep this Kansas defense on their toes because this Kansas linebacking core has not been good at defending the run all year. And unfortunately, they showed that right there. But that was a good play by Hayden Hatcher there. Very solid. I expect this one to be a barn burner, though. It will just be a slugfest. All right. Bring my over here in sort of pistol formation-ish. I forget what that formation is called. Kalen Gervin just got burnt there. Not the best coverage in the whole wide world. Really had trouble staying with this guy. I'm not entirely sure why they had Ricky Waters with Kalen Gervin there. That was not the best decision in the whole wide world. That's an All-American receiver on. For all intents and purposes, a linebacker. One play there. I think it's really important for KU to get this initial stop. I think if you get the initial stop and don't have to play from behind, that'd be huge. So let's just see if they can do that. Second and 8 here. It's going to be play action. Again, it's just linebacker on a guy that's a huge mismatch for him. I don't like the coverage so far. This DeJesus guy is someone they got to watch for, clearly. I mean, he's been gashing all game. He's tackled by Marvin Grant there. But UNLV is moving the ball, and, it's to be expected, but they're moving it a bit too easy. Yeah. Defense and special teams has not looked great thus far. Share that to my personal page. I may do this for the Cotton Bowl as well. I'm not sure yet. It kind of depends on what I'm doing for the Cotton Bowl. That for this coming Friday after. There we go. There's good outside leverage. Boy, Kenny, way to lead that. Definitely a big time gap to be filled with Austin Booker being out. Austin Booker is one of the better defensive players for the Jayhawks. He was declared for the NFL draft and opted out of the bowl game. So let's see how the Kansas defense adjusts. So far, it hasn't been great. The run, have to make that tackle. Oh, man, that was ugly. That was an ugly. Just bad run defense. I mean, you have to break down earlier there. 44 just got pummeled into the ground. Cornell Wheeler. There's a threat there in Vincent Davis. I explained it in my article for College Football Dogs. Just a beast of a running back. A lot of those guys are, but not what you wanted to see to begin for the Jayhawks is UNLV putting up a quick score. Jayhawks have to answer. They're not that great of a team when they have to play from behind. So yeah, Brett just said don't need a repeat of last year. Yeah, that's definitely true. Just you can't get down early because it puts a ton of pressure on your offense. So there needs to be better special teams, need to be better at defense. You have to wonder if that month off actually took a toll on the Jayhawks. So brought water with me this time because I didn't want to get dehydrated while the stream was going. We may do the full game, we may not. I'm not quite sure yet. At this point, kind of up in the air. It just kind of depends on how the game goes. But again, I fully expect this to be an offensive barn burner. Just whoever scores last is going to win. So, what you would have liked to have seen a stop there for Kansas. Just way too quick to a score. As far as other KC news or KC sports news goes, Bobby Witt Jr. got engaged, which is pretty cool. Congrats to Bobby Witt and his fiance. Best of luck to them. Royals signed some pretty key free agents. Might go over the Burning question here. Let me see if I want to. Let me grab that real quick. And like I said, if the stream quality is bad here on Facebook, just go over to YouTube. I'm streaming over there as well. Hopefully that would be a little bit better. But I'm streaming on both Facebook and YouTube. So let me grab a look here. So the burning question was the top 3 players all time from your college football team. We'll probably go over that at halftime. Actually, that's a good halftime discussion. Thank you, bot, for putting that there. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Goodbye. We had to weed out the bots. They're commenting on my stuff. Can't have that. Can't have that. Okay. So yeah, not a great start for the Kansas defense. Did not look good. Did have a couple of solid stops there, but you would have liked to have seen them slow them down a little bit more. I don't even think they passed the ball. So I mean, that's how they're going to beat this Kansas team is just not passing. So okay. Oh yeah, former Mizzou coach Barry Odom is coach of UNLV. Fun fact. So quite obvious that the UNLV squad is attractive to the Missouri folks as well. Nice little return there by Kevin Logan. Not bad, not bad. So now we get our first look at Jason Dean and company with this kind of revamped offensive line now that Pooney and Cabledew are out. We'll see how this goes here. Apologies for not having my camera lifted too. This is just better for live streaming. So. Nice throw there. Jared Casey with the good 9-yard gain. I always forget how skinny Jason Dean is. Streaming analytics here. The second one here for the Jayhawks. Probably going to be a run to Neal. Oh, good run there by Devin Neal. He's off. He's off to the races. He might go. There's a flag, but nice little run there pending the flag. I think it's going to come back, though. It's probably a hold. You know, on the line of scrimmage, probably going to be a hold. Yep. That hurts. Disappointing. Okay. Enough of the snakes. We're not going to do illegal streaming sites. Thanks. Literally just go to ESPN. ESPN is way too easy to access. You truly need to illegally stream games that are on ESPN. It's pretty. You're in the trenches, man. So 2nd and 11 instead. Unfortunate. Probably going to be pass play. Good catch there by Lawrence Arnold. That gets some of the yardage back, but it's still like 3rd and 6-ish. 3rd and 5. However, this is a nice spot if you're Kansas, a team that can both run and pass. You're kind of in that 3rd and mid situation where you can really just do anything you wanted to here. So 3rd and 6. Maybe pass. They see, oh, big ball from Bean here. Oh, what a catch! Oh, he thought he caught it. Ah, it's disappointing. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that it's not good for Jason Bean's confidence. I don't like that throw. He throws it right into double coverage, so that's that's not your best decision. So I'm not entirely sure what that thought process was. Not good for Jason Bean's confidence. Punt almost gets blocked too. Just and not a great punt either. Not a great start for the Jayhawks. We just well, not a great start for the Jayhawks so far. Disappointing. Um, you would have liked to have seen them score there, but alas, is what it is. Gonna have to respond here on defense, which you go down two scores. That makes it really tough. Um, yeah, I understand that you did come back last year, but you don't want to put yourself in that situation again. I mean, plain and simply, you don't. So, check the viewership here. Okay, I got a lot of internet going here. I'm also listening in on a college football dogs meeting. A lot of people are not fans of the announcers here in this game. Um, I kind of tend to agree with them. I don't love this crew of announcers. No offense to them, but ESPN announcers have really gone downhill. Um, so pretty disappointing. So just checking the viewership again. Let's get back to football, please. Keeps on giving me this message that I have too low FPS. If the stream quality is not good for you, again, just head on over to YouTube. YouTube should be operating properly, I think. Um, uh, by the looks of it, it is. So hopefully, it's not giving you all any trouble. All right. So second series on defense for the Jayhawks here. They're kind of put in a bad spot, unfortunately, just due to bad special teams and kind of a bad decision by Jason Dean. Yeah, you need 3rd and 6. Why are you taking that shot? Um, just play smarter. Jayhawks look really rattled so far, and they need to shape up quick. Otherwise, going down 2 scores is not going to help their case. He threw the football. Did he throw the football? I don't think he threw the football. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. The false start on UNLV. Solid. All right. First and 15. He's at Arkansas? Okay, if they're counting those little pop passes, another great stop. Good stop there by Craig Young. Just if they're calling those little pop passes, I think that's a load of bull honky. I mean, frankly speaking, that's not a pass. Anybody and their mother could make that pass if that's a pass. And yards after catch should not count towards the quarterback stats. Hot take. I only think yards in air should count for that. What the quarterback's doing nothing with that. Great tackle by Marvin Grant. Defense is hitting now. I think they just had to get punched in the mouth first. Third and long here, though. Good stance so far. Got to keep it up, though, because this is a UNLV team that is an FBS leader in explosive plays of 30-plus yards. So just have to keep up that defense. Third and long, third and 18 here. Going to need a big stop to get this offense back on the field. Running a screen here on third and 18 to Ricky Waters. That's a dangerous man, and I'm glad that they got that stop. Still about fourth and 7 in midfield. I don't think you'll go for it here. I think that it's time to just punt the ball if I'm UNLV. And that looks like that's what they're going to do. That is Trevor Wilson, not Kevin Wilson. Like I said, oh, man, they saved the punt. Oh, brother. Kansas is going to have a 98-yard drive. Awesome. Okay. Well, 98-yard drive incoming, hopefully. Let's see. Could happen. All right. It's gonna be interesting. Did I turn on the closed caption? I don't like that closed caption. Goodbye. Turn it off real quick. Second and 5 after a decent run. I don't know how Devin Neal got out of that. Okay. There is a cultural component meeting going on as well. I needed to just a little bit on that. It was a surprise meeting. And after I find this, gotta go upfield. Ooh, that's not a shot that you like to take if you're Jason Bean. Luke Grimm looks slow to get up. That's not good. You would hope that Luke Grimm is not hurt. Looks like he got something in his eye. Yeah. Luke Grimm is a Raymore, Missouri native. Shout out to Ray Peck. But that's a bad injury for Kansas, especially when you're this deep in opposing territory, or this deep in your own territory. Being in and out. Skinner, who I think caught it, he did juggle it though, and they say he caught it. That's you got to go. Yeah, you got to go if you're Kansas here, because that's a double catch or that's a double clutch. I'm surprised they're not reviewing it here, but I already ran the play, so yeah, definitely looked at that double clutch and I was like, well, you know what? I'll take it. So 2nd and 7. And a double reversal here to Quentin Skinner, who I think didn't get the first down. He was awful close, though. He may have gotten it. I'm not sure. Missed a little double reverse there for some good yardage. First and 10. Jayhawks did get the first down. Another air and out play to Trevor Wilson, who catches the ball. Nice catch. You like how the Jayhawks are moving the ball through the air so far. Um, Good balanced attack. Just keep the ball moving. Wilson even kind of stumbles a little bit there. Solid throwing game from Jason Bean so far. Only missed that one deep shot on 36. Nice little cut by Devin Neal, who gets the first down. It's 1st and goal, Jayhawks. The Jayhawks are coming. I mean, Devin Neal is just one of the best gap runners that I've seen in college football. He just finds that gap and takes it. And Luke Grimm just walks in for the score. Touchdown, Jayhawks. That's what you like to see. You're just listening in on the Culture Bulldogs meeting here. My apologies. Is that game over to ESPN finally? Let's have a look. I'm not sure. Gosh, the Pistons lost another game. Woof. If you don't pay attention to the NBA, the Detroit Pistons have just lost their 27th straight game. That ties an NBA record. Whew, man, that's rough. It's been a bad season for the Pistons so far. So, okay. Are we at the guaranteed rate bowl finally? There we go. Woohoo! Glad we tuned into that on time. 7-all Kansas UNLV. Um, Good defensive stand after being put in a bad spot led to a 98-yard drive by the Jayhawks. Those types of drives demoralize defenses. So that was huge that the Jayhawks were able to convert there. Have to get another defensive stop, though. Have to get two in a row here to go up top. So Tabor Allen here kicking off. He put the opening kickoff out of bounds. So let's hope he improves from that. Obviously, this game's inside, so it's kind of an adjustment. Um, UNLV guy just caught that like a center fielder. I don't know if that was too smart, but he caught it.
So they are due tonight. So some of you guys, I can tell when you guys are lazy, and I can tell when you're business.
Tackler. Ah, have to make that tackle. That DeJesus guy's been killing us. Could be a hold though. Have to be smarter. Bad play on the serve up the serve. Scrambling here, tipped, and oh man, it didn't get tipped. That could have been a pick. No, Dotson was in the area. Short little pass there is going to lead to 3rd and short. This is not the best spot for the Jayhawks. They're pretty good at 3rd down defense generally, but you know, I didn't realize that. I guess the Microsoft Surface is able to be used. Yeah, just 3rd and short is not the Jayhawks' friend. You generally like to see them in 3rd and mid, 3rd and long situations. That's where they do better. The 3rd and short is just kind of bodies on bodies, and the Jayhawks just don't have the linebacking core for that. They got the defensive line, they don't have the linebacking core. So into the first, Jayhawks 7, UNLV 7. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go fill up my water. Just a second. All right. My water's right there, and I just hit it with my hand, and I thought I was about to knock it into my computer. That would have been horrible. I'm gonna move that. Yeah, that would be bad. Already finished that water. Yeah. So 35 for the Jayhawks here. It's kind of where the Jayhawks want to be. You got to make sure guys are playing up just to make sure to stop this run game. Bad snap here, though. That helps the Jayhawks a lot. And it's going to be intercepted. Kobe Bryant on the interception here, and he might return it. Nice play. That's huge. Oh, man. Flags flying indeed. I hope that that's not on us. I don't think that'll matter for the takeaway. But you'd rather not get backed up 15 yards. I think it's going to be on UNLV, but it's a great return there by Kobe Bryant. Big time interception there. Oh, man. It was on us. That's some terrible calling there, I feel like. A great interception, but not the greatest not the greatest penalty in the world. Jason Dean almost threw on himself. Great catch there by Lawrence Arnold, though. Kind of a dud ball. Yeah, they're going to review that one. It kind of looked like it hit the ground, so this one might come back. Lance Leipold is hot. I think he might have caught that. Well, yeah, that's big. The ruling on the field is pass complete. So we'll see if that has anything to do with this. We'll talk a little more once this meeting is dying down a little bit. Thank you for tuning in, though, everybody. Much appreciated.
Yeah, what my mindset was like, hey, we all
Hmm.
fit into that a little bit. And I'd be like, two yeah, with this setup, I'll get back to the problem.
Interception there. Did they say the catch stood, though? So they did overturn it. Jeez. Well, darn. Here's a good catch there by Arnold. Nice catch and run there by Arnold. First and 10 Jayhawks. Got to score here. Lots of motion for the Jayhawks here in the opening half. Little fumble Rooski there by Jason Bean. Oh, man. Ooh, boy. Just lost it. So, second 5 for the Jayhawks here. Another pass. Wide open is Luke Grimm, and he might go. He will go. Touchdown, Luke Grimm. Luke Grimm with 2 scores. Huge. Look at that. Grim Reaper. Way to turn that into points. Huge, huge play. Give me 1 second. Hmm. One second, I'm gonna go fill up my water real quick. That kitty. My apologies. That was my cat. Ooh. Time and appearance. My apologies. Oh, I should probably turn that down. I don't know if you all heard that. Hopefully not. Fair catch. He started running. Okie dokie. Whatever. Okay. I can focus on this now. Just a second here. Yeah. I can focus on the live stream now. My apologies. There was a college football dog meeting that was called, or excuse me, after I had I had scheduled this, so my apologies. I had to talk through that. Good defense there from the Jayhawks. Oh man, I don't know about that one. They're gonna call PI on that. I would like to watch that again. Ref's mic's not even on. Of course, it's an ACC crew. Weak in football power and in referee power. Got him. I would like to see that reviewed, but okay. I mean, just need you need to lower the penalties. I mean, 4 for 55 in the first half is not good. Gotta stay disciplined. It's mostly been on the defense, so you have to play disciplined. Barry Odom has done very well for UNLV. I would agree with that. He's been a very good coach for them thus far. I mean, leading this team that only had a couple wins in the past couple of years to some really, really good. I mean, they were picked to finish last in the conference this year in the Mountain West, and they ended up finishing in the Mountain West Championship. So can't. I hate it that football players just dive at ankles. You have to lower the shoulder, chop your feet, lower the shoulder, then go in for the tackle. Like it's fundamental football. I mean, you can't just dive at the guy's legs. Plain and simple. I mean, you just embarrass yourself. As someone who has done it before. All right. Ricky Waters' knees. That's the All-American receiver missing that catch. But can you blame him? I mean, that was a bad throw. So big 3rd and 5 here for the Jayhawks. Up 7. 9:30 left to go. Need a big stop here for the Jayhawks. Right outside field goal range for the UNLV kicker. And he's dropping back even further. He's in a lot of trouble here. Ooh. Good pressure there from Jeremy Robinson and Rich Miller. Fourth and 5. They're going to kick it. I guess UNLV's kicker is an All-American. He's about as big as I am. I'm a 230 pounds, by the way, for those inquiring. I am plenty comfortable sharing my weight. They did call a timeout, so they may want to talk about it here. This is a 52-yard attempt, so I don't blame them. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that are very upset about that pass interference call. I really wish that I could see a replay of it. Nice work on that. Anybody that bet that anytime turnover for the Kansas Jayhawks? Foggy, I just saw that you won $80. Nice work. Yeah, there's definitely been a heavy favorite in terms of penalties called. And that's, yeah, that's Kansas as far as penalties called against. Let's have a look at YouTube here. Hello, YouTube. We'll talk on the burning question here at half. I might hit the bathroom before that, but let's see. All right. I remind myself that I gotta do the Cotton Bowl preview here in the next couple of days. So be on the lookout for that write up. 52-yarder for Jose Pisano. Fourth and 5 here. 52-yarder. Kansas loading that right side by the looks of it. They switch it up. It is no good. Short for the All-American kicker. Some All-American kicker he is. I kid. I'm a big boy like him. Us big boys got to stick together. So apologies for Mr. Pisano. That's pretty surprising, though. I mean, consensus All-American kicker and can't even get the distance on it? Buddy, ooh-wee. And you give the Jayhawks decent field position. You got the direct snap to Neal by the looks of it here. Wildcat to Neal with the give to Jason Bean, who lets it go to Skinner, and he misses it. Bean drops back on 2nd and 10. Probably going to be a hold. Jason Bean just gets rid of it. Probably smart. You don't really want to. Getting yardage on that would have been fine. I mean, I don't know. Reed Adams again on the hold. I understand he's a backup, but goodness. He's off the field now. I mean, buddy, that's a hold. Yeah, that's a hold. You got to let go of him. Not great. That right end's been killing them all game. I mean, they've been getting pressure on Bean. 3rd and 10 now. They declined the penalty? I think they did. Got to convert here. Huge unloading. I'm surprised they didn't get Grimm on the shove-off there. I am baffled they didn't get Grimm on the shove-off. He absolutely shoved off. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I can't believe they didn't call that. Bean is indeed cooking tonight, but that was a very clear push off by Jason Bean. That must have been a makeup call for the pass interference earlier. They're going to try for the end zone here. Wow! What a catch by Lawrence Arnold on his head. What a catch. Just mossed him. What a catch. Big time start for the Jayhawks here in the second half. Up 21-7 now. And just great passing. I mean, Devin Neal has 4 carries in this half. I mean, not the Jayhawk team that we expected. I thought they were going to run it down their throats. I mean, UNLV is 93rd in run defense, but has just been getting torched through the air so far. I mean, it's been great play from Jason Bean so far. It's been a chippy game. I kind of expected a big-time physical game from these two teams, but it's been chippy. Hopefully, it's not another penalty on the Jayhawks. Jason Bean has 221 yards for those who didn't hear that in the first half. That's huge. Wish we could hear what the referee was saying. I believe he's pointing towards UNLV. On Kansas. Never mind. All right. Maz Reed, he's frustrated. I mean, he's got to sit out. He's been getting way too many penalties. Dang. Just a great play. I mean, huge play. Oh my goodness. I just watched the replay of one of the unsportsmanlike calls. That was such a flop on one of our guys. Goodness gracious. He touched him and just bleh. Oh, so earlier I was talking about the Detroit Pistons. That breaks the record of losses in a row in the NBA. 27 losses in a row is the NBA record. That's pretty sad. As someone who remembers those early 2000s Detroit Piston teams fondly, it's pretty sad. You know, if you remember the Wallaces, Chauncey Billups, all those guys, that was a fun team to watch. And just seeing how far they've fallen is pretty sad. I just root for Jayhawks, the NBA, frankly. I don't really have a team. I kind of root for the Denver Nuggets just because I really like a lot of the players on the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is one of my favorites. And then obviously you have Christian Brown. So kind of root for Denver, but I take it or leave it. I can see why JoJo gets so much criticism. It's one of the KU guys, and I'm like, I can take him or leave him. Loved him while he was here. Don't get me wrong, but he's kind of a softie in the NBA, to be honest. But yeah, just it's been a big time passing performance from the Jayhawks so far. It is not something that I expected. Um, they've been throwing the ball all over the place. Jason Bean already has over 200 yards before we even hit the half. So it's been crazy. I really thought the run game was going to be a much bigger part of the Jayhawk offense, and it's been the passing game that has done the majority of the work. We'll see if you kind of have to wonder if they were debating whether or not Devin Neal was going to come back, and that's why that they've been very pass heavy, or if they just were like saying that UNLV was going to expect the run, so they just wanted to pass. But I mean, Jason Bean looks as confident as ever out there, so it's been a solid performance from him thus far. Trying to make that tackle, knock over the Powerade. That's fine. Florida State, by the way, is up to 19 players opting out of the bowl game, which is insanity to me. I understand to a point, but it's still an Orange Bowl. It still sucks. I mean, I don't know. Orange Bowl is a really good bowl from someone whose best bowl is the Orange Bowl. And that's a pick off for the Jayhawks. Craig Young picks it off, and Maava just threw a dud. Oh man, this could get ugly. There is a flag. I'm wondering if that will be a hold. And it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on UNLV. Oh boy, this could get ugly, folks. I understand, 28-3 and everything like that. Don't count your eggs before they hatch. But this team does not look like the UNLV team that competed all year in the Mountain West. This is rough. Defenses look great for the Jayhawks. So. Oof. Yeah, that's not great. I think that's what they expected. Now we're going to be running it with Devin Neal here. 1 yard loss. Not a huge deal. Just gotta have better blocking. And with the patchwork offensive line, big score here will put this out of hand. Hopefully. Dean's looking still. They have found him, and he just threw a pick of his own. Dang it. That's unfortunate. There is a flag. Another flag. Yeah. I wish they would get the mics to work. I mean, goodness gracious. But the interception still counts. Um, just just a bad decision by Jason Bean. He tried to force that one. He didn't have to. Could have used his legs. He had plenty of room. Just not that great of a pass. He's got to get that ball up if he wants in there. So unlucky, but still up 2 scores. So hopefully that does not give the Rebels life. It'd be bad. Who's that? Oh, Hayden Hatcher's hurt. Oh, no. That's a big loss given the fact that Austin Booker's out, too. I'm interested to see who they put in at that spot. Hmm. Just had to run. Rich Miller just coming in with the karate kick. We're watching the broadcast. Hatcher's up. I think it's his shoulder again. He did injure it earlier this year. So it's an unfortunate injury. Good pressure. Hawks have been getting good pressure. There's another flag. Is that going to be roughing? Okay, it'll be holding. Again, you can't understand a word these referees are saying because their mics are off or something like that. Hopefully that's fixed in the second half. But it's holding on what looks to be De Jesus, who was gashing him earlier. It'll be 2nd and 16 now. Craig Wright. Interesting. 73 is a massive human being for UNLV. That's a big boy. Very wide. I wonder if he's Polynesian. I can't really tell. Another good pressure here. That's a great catch by Ricky Waters, though. Oof. They got to tighten up on Waters. He's had a lot of room, and if he made that catch a little bit further in bounds, he would have room to run. So there's been great pressure so far. I love the blitzing, but you got to make sure you're covering that All-American wide receiver. Big blitz here. Great tackle. Great tackle by Gervin to hold him. And that'll force the punt. That's a great tackle. Great recovery there by Gervin. Close to block. I don't. Wilson with a nice run there. Make sure you're not fumble. Right. Jason Bean's going to get some confidence back. Um, can't hold that interception over his head. So, Bean in the shotgun here, 2 back. Going to be a run. Neal just kind of ran straight into his guard there. That didn't look comfortable. That's crazy that he's got the chance to have 3 consecutive 1,000-yard rushing seasons. I mean, Neal is such a beast, and the fact that he wasn't considered even for the Doak Walker or any running back awards this year was complete crap, in my opinion. Ollie Gordon is a part of this conference, and he did get second team still. Devin Neal did, but good cut there by Bean. He gets the first down. That was a great cut. Just found the gap and took it. He's so fast. I mean, he on the run here. Going to get about 3 to 4. I'm wondering if the mics aren't working because they're talking about the signs being the main source of communication for the players. It doesn't sound like the mics are working for anybody. The referees, the players, the coaches. I'm wondering if that's going to be a halftime adjustment, you think? Hopefully to get those mics working. I know they're playing in the baseball stadium, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Big third down here. Convert here and just keep the ball for the rest of the half, I think, is the main course of action here for the Jayhawks. You get the ball at half, so that definitely changes things, and that's a great catch there. Nice job by Fairchild. And Aishaw with the 2-yard gain. I'm wondering, did they get UNLV for the too many men? Yeah, looks like it's on UNLV. Yep, illegal substitution. Awesome. Let's take that. Yeah, there's definitely a problem with the mics. It looks like there's a lot of people yelling out there. Referee, you can't hear the referee. Definitely some audio issues. There we go. Gotta go, Bean. Get out of bounds. Nice work. It's gonna be pulled though because of course. 103. That's rough. That'll be a holding call against Kate, against the Jayhawks. Quentin Skinner. Yeah, you can't do that. Unlucky. Just didn't have the angle on him. But it's a tough block to make. So 1st and 12. 157. Yep. Unloads it here. Oh, what a catch by Quentin Skinner. Yeah, what a catch is right. There's been a lot of really, really impressive catches. I'm surprised they're even reviewing it. It never touched the ground. So this is a catch. I mean, that's a catch. His arm's under it. There's nothing really that they can do to overturn this, I don't think. Yeah, that's a catch. I don't see it hit the ground. I mean, there's really nothing conclusive to change it. So I think, yeah, that's a catch. ACC refs are so stupid. I can say that I agree. Just a great play. Yeah, I don't see why they reviewed that, to be honest. There was absolutely nothing conclusive. And yeah, just a great, great play. I mean, when you got guys like that, like Lawrence Arnold, like Quentin Skinner, guys like that can just go up and get it. Come on. I mean, Chiefs wide receivers need to take notes. Please. And Neil will, I think, get in. Yep. Big, big, big game. Oh my gosh. More flags. Gosh. Seriously. Just too many penalties, and you hope that it doesn't kill the Jayhawks here. Yeah, seriously. I agree to just let them trash talk. Hmm, hmm, interesting. Jeez. Just embarrassing performance from the refs so far. I mean, way too many flags. 28-7. I mean, Kansas gets a statement win here, and I think they set themselves up great for next year. I mean, this is awesome so far, but you have to continue it. You have to keep up the lead. Lance Leipold's hot. I mean, for obvious reasons. This referee crew has been terrible. I mean, plain and simple, it's been terrible. Just let him play football. There can't be a flag on every single dang play, and it's ridiculous. So just you got to make the tackle here. Good tackle. Mm-hmm. Let me. Well, I'll grab my charger at halftime. We got a little bit of time. Apparently, there's way more Kansas fans there than there are UNLV fans there, which is kind of surprising. This game's being played in Phoenix, which is not that far from Las Vegas. Got to make the tackle there. Alien's got to make that tackle. Kansas defense has played huge so far, by the way. Just put themselves, they kind of got punched in the mouth that first play, but has played excellent ever since. So just kind of keep the momentum going. I'm gonna miss Kenny Logan. There's a lot of people upset about yeah, about these ACC referees. Oh man, Vincent Davis is wide open. And flag, another flag. Is it going to be a hold? Let's hope. All right, we'll take a hold. A lot of people are syncing the radio to the TV. Oof. Jason Bean's just letting it fly though and putting it up for his receivers. You love to see it. Oh man, great play by OJ Burrows. You can't be doing that with our corners. We can do that to your corners. You can't be doing that with our corners. You know, man. Another flag. Legal hits to the face. Huh. And you can see Kenny Logan telling him to go up. They're reviewing that. I don't know if they can review that with the penalty. Yep. It is indeed an incomplete pass. I agree. I think these announcers are horrible. Apologies. Had to return a text there. An important one. UNLV is right about at the 50 after that hands to the face penalty. I don't think you can get a replay with the penalty. So sucks to be you, Barry, but and it's up to the replay booth. So just play ball. I mean, shoot, you've already gotten the lion's share of the penalties because God forbid something is said. A turn. Oh my gosh. Seriously? You're seriously going to look at targeting for this? That's not targeting. He hits him in the shoulder. That's not targeting, you moron. Oh man, we gotta clean this. We gotta clean this up. I mean, if they're gonna call every single thing against us, just keep our mouths shut and play football. That's plain and simple what we got to do. That's the only reason they're even slightly in this game is the penalties. So you gotta make a stop here. Ooh. If Gilliam came up with that interception, that would have been huge. 12 seconds, though. UNLV probably has time for maybe 2 more plays. They do have a timeout. I would at least try and get in field goal range or closer into field goal range. They're already in field goal range. So definitely keep those second level receivers covered as well for the Jayhawks. Another great play by this Kansas secondary. I mean, they've been on fire tonight. Great play there by Kenny Logan. I think they're kicking the field goal. Yeah, that's probably smart. You took a little bit too much time off the clock. I would have gone with the quick dump off to get yourself a little bit closer. Call the timeout, and then maybe try for one more play before the field goal, but you just wasted too much time. I'll take an 18-point lead in the half, though. So these referees got to improve. I mean, they've been bad. Get him, Lance. Get him. Just a second. I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then we're going to talk about this first half and the burning question. So give me just a second. All right, we're back. Apologies for the delay. So some first half thoughts. I thought the Jayhawks were going to run it a lot more than they have, and it has been very surprising that they really only ran it like 6 times. I thought Devin Neal would be a bit more of a factor. I think it's been like 7 or 8 actually, but I thought Neal would be a bit more of a factor. It's kind of surprising that he hasn't been thus far. Obviously, he has the touchdown, but um, just pretty impressive performance from the passing game thus far. I mean, the wide receiver room has looked spectacular. The Chiefs need to take notes as to what a jump ball looks like and how to catch a jump ball. Um, because my goodness, I don't even want to talk about the Chiefs wide receiver room right now. One of my football teams is doing very well. The other one's not. So let's talk about the one that's doing well. Jason Bean has just been putting those balls up for his receivers to just grab. I mean, I I'm glad that he's taking risks, but he definitely has thrown some very questionable balls. Um, just has to be careful and make sure those don't turn into turnovers. Should be all good. Um, need to keep the foot on the pedal this second half. Can't let up. You cannot let up. Um, have to have a big time performance in the second half. Otherwise, that first half was all for naught. So just keep the foot on the gas, limit the penalties. There were a ton of penalties. Um, Kind of through no fault in their own, to be honest. I think the referees were just being really soft with what they were calling. Um, and it's definitely hasn't been consistent in terms of the amount of penalties that have been called for one team versus the other. So overall, you want to see some improvement from the referees as well. But if you keep on scoring, you keep on driving the ball down the throat of this very bad UNLV defense. Um, you win the game handily. Referees from no referees. 28-10, 18-point lead, 3 possession lead. Got to keep it that way. Got to keep the foot on the pedal, and that is the biggest key to winning this game for the Jayhawks. Uh, Moving on to the burning question. I asked you guys, who was your sports Mount Rushmore, or excuse me, your college football Mount Rushmore? And you guys gave me some answers. Let's look at said answers. So, any question: who is your top 3 all time for your college football team? So Sarah answered with North Texas, Mean Joe Green, Ray Renfro, and Brian Waters. I have to agree. I didn't realize Brian Waters was a North Texas guy. Just some, and of course you got Mean Joe Green, the namesake for UNT football, and NFL Hall of Famer. So I mean that's an easy one. Um, but Ray Renfro up there as well. Good, solid picks. She picked for KU, Cale Sayers, Devin Neal, and Jalen Daniels. Um, Potentially, Devin Neal and Jalen Daniels will both be up there. As of right now, Cale Sayers is pretty much the only one that deserves to be up there currently. Um, I think when all is said and done, Devin Neal will definitely make his mark, especially if he can have another 1,000-yard season. I think he makes his mark as one of the best running backs in KU history. So decent pick there in terms of recency. Jalen Daniels can stay healthy next year, and if he leads to the Jayhawks to a Big 12 title, I think he's up there as well. And that's it for the responses on Instagram. Let's go to the responses on here. In just a second. Gotta scroll down further. There we go. Sorry. Uh, that's Facebook. I think we had some
I'll miss you.
on TikTok. Give me 1 second. I feel like we did. Jason Bean viewed my TikTok profile? That's pretty cool. Should be. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, maybe I didn't. Sorry. But on TikTok, I did not have any responses, unfortunately. But you know, is what it is. For the other teams, that's some controversial takes. I feel like hey, Kroger brand Washington is what Aaron says. Aaron Moore. In a way, I mean, is Jason Bean and Michael Penix Jr. comparable? Yeah. But there's some great wide receiver talent. You got. I think KU has the better running back room. I'll just say that right now. I think Washington's got a great running back room, but I think KU. I think KU has a bit more depth there. But overall, not bad. Not a bad comparison. But as far as this broadcast goes, I will probably finish up at the end of the third, or at some point in the third. I don't know if I'm going to go the whole game. It's already 10 o'clock here. I don't want to go well into the night with this. I don't want to keep my neighbors up, do all that. So expect this to end either closer to the end of the third quarter or at the end of the third quarter. I don't think I'm going to go into the fourth quarter unless it turns into a barn burner and just like a crazy game. But even then, I don't necessarily want to continue doing this. It's gotten decent viewership. I'll say that. We've got quite a few viewers thus far. So thank you for everybody that has been viewing and interacting overall. But yeah, just big game from the Jayhawks. I'm gonna go get more water before this third quarter starts. KU does get the ball, and I think they just need to come right out and score, and that definitely puts a major dent into the morale of this UNLV squad. So just a second, gonna check Twitter really quick. Okay, so here's a good question. Who's been worse, refs or announcers? So they ain't no seats podcast. That's a tough one. Oh man, man. I would have to say refs. They just haven't been leaving the game alone all game. Like I can deal with bad announcers. There's a thing called the mute button that you can use. Referees when they actively impact the game, that matters a little more. Again, I can deal with bad announcers. There's a thing called the mute button. I can turn it down. I can do whatever to prevent bad announcing. You can't prevent. You can't prevent. Oh man, I don't know. Just you can't prevent bad referees. And this ACC crew has been god awful so far. Hopefully they adjust in the second half because, frankly speaking, they've deserved everything that's been thrown at them. It's pretty funny because I tweeted at the Chiefs. Are you watching these Jayhawk wide receivers? And it's gotten some traction. It's gotten a lot of traction. And are we on the verge of another viral tweet? Could the Chiefs possibly look at my Twitter account and say, maybe we should improve the wide receiver room? I think they will. Again, I think Veach uses this year to overcorrect and to get Mahomes some help. If he doesn't, he's going to tick off a lot of this fan base. So he kind of needs to. Otherwise, he's going to get ran out of town. So to save his job, probably a good idea. It just jumps to a little mini segment there before going back to commercials. I thought they were going back to the game. They didn't. Just a second. I will not tweet about the officials. I will not tweet about the officials. Oh, man. There's a lot of just really funny discord regarding this game. So, Steve's offense next year will include Jalen Daniels, Devin Neal, Lawrence Arnold, Quentin Skinner, and Luke Grimm, all coming back. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Let's change out of this sweatshirt too. I'm hot. This is a nice sweatshirt, though. Shout out to my grandpa, Gene Meyer, who gave me this sweatshirt. It is a very nice KU hockey jersey. Shout out to KU hockey as well, who I believe starts their season here pretty soon. So good luck to Jayhawk hockey. I know that they're a pretty solid squad. We shared club sports facilities with them at KU Rugby. So just um, yeah, solid group of guys over there at KU Hockey. Go support them if you haven't. I believe they take on Mizzou in the Border War just like KU Rugby did as well. So another great reason to support them. All right, second half. If you didn't hear already, I'm probably going to get off either if it gets really, really out of hand here in a bit, probably about mid to late through the third quarter. If it's still a game, I'll probably get off um, well into the fourth or just whenever let's just put it like this. If it's out of hand and KU has solidified the win, I'll get off probably at the end of the third quarter. If not, and if it's a close game or something like that, I'll probably get off at the end of the game. But I just won't be talking as much, or at least I'll try and limit my speed. But start of the third, here we go. How's YouTube? And just as a refresher, if this stream isn't cutting it for you, if it's kind of low quality or something like that, go over to my YouTube. My YouTube likes to stream better than Facebook sometimes. Speaking of YouTube, how we doing YouTube? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, definitely limit the penalties. I mean, as long as the offense continues to score, I don't mind. But if it starts to like really impact the game, I'm definitely going on. And so far, the referees are doing anything that they can to impact this game. So hopefully they fix it. I mean, this is generally a very well distance. The bowl record is 136 yards. By the way, KU's at 135 in the first half. So we'll see where that goes. Hopefully, Lance laying into him in the first half made some semblance of difference. Really kickoff. So Logan ran it back to about the 21. I think if the Jayhawks score here, that's a pretty good nail in the coffin. I think they need to score at least 2 more times to really ice it. But I think if they score here, that's a pretty good demoralizer to open the half. That's not a great way of starting that. You got to call the flag there. If you're going to make that late of a hit, if you've been calling the Jayhawks on that all game, it's pretty ridiculous if you don't call something there. And you can tell that referee said something to Lance that was pretty stupid. They should have called that. But second and 10 nonetheless. Oh, man, that's a bad loss. 30-13 about. Third and 14. Big conversion here. Gotta have it. Talking about the goalposts in Potter Lake. Third and 14 here. He escapes. He throws a pick. That's exactly what I was talking about. He has to limit that. He's got to use his legs. He's got to not try and force those passes. I mean, he's had a problem with it all year. I mean, ugh, that was nasty. I mean, you gotta put that a little bit further up in the air if you even want Graham to have a chance at that. So now you got to depend on the defense. Hopefully, the defense can make a big stop here and not get punched in the mouth like they did to start the first half. So that just negates getting the ball coming out of half, and it's just an ugly possession for the Jayhawks. Not off to a great start. Gotta have a better pursuit angle there from each one of those guys that missed. Gonna be a run by Mayava, who's just gonna get out of bounds and get another first down. Not a great start to the half for the Jayhawks. I mean, again, they have to keep their foot on the pedal, and it's just been miscue after miscue so far. Shape up now or risk this UNLV team getting back into the game. Good tackle by Craig Young there. Still about a gain of 5. Is that an NCAA record or is that the school record? You gotta define that, guys. It'll be probably a first down. He may be just short. That's about a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 1. I don't know if he got it. In a super late flag. I don't know if he got the face mask there, to be honest with you. Well, at least they fixed the mics. I would like to see that again. I don't know if he got a piece of his face mask, to be real with you. And that was a hold anyway. That's not a face mask. That's not a face mask. Please, for the love of God, get it right. If you're going to call that, just terrible. I mean, this has been a bad crew. And the crew is the only reason that the Jayhawks broke this record. I mean, just crap officiating. Keep it consistent. Jayhawks have to respond. I mean, thank God it's still an 11-point game. Otherwise, I mean, just a terrible way to start the half. Hmm. Just terrible. Okay. Yeah, I'm hot. Take the sweatshirt off. love KU hockey, but it is roasted in here. All right, the Jayhawks have to respond with the touchdown here. Crap penalty or not, sometimes you got to play the Zebras, and this is one of those times. The Jayhawks have officially broken the goal record for most penalty yards, and they're still up 2 possessions, which counts for something. So just got to adjust and got to come out with gotta respond. I mean, it's just been it's been not great. So not a great way to start this half. It's been a crap broadcast. It's been a crap officiating crew. I really hope the Jayhawks make a New Year's Six bowl so that we don't have to deal with this anymore. I mean, this is bad. This is very bad. Just by everybody. Just a bad production. Just a bad production with bad officiating, and it's terrible. Shout out to Simon, who's just kicking around here. Oh, who cares, dude? Can we please get even an ESPN Plus broadcasting crew would be better than this. This has been very poor. We can get to the 25. There's another flag. Oh my gosh. Enough. No more flags. Just let the dudes play. Terrible refereeing crew. I hope Lance just goes out and just lays into them. I mean, they deserve it. This has been nothing short of just piss poor officiating. And again, normally I am a guy that is for the refs, but just let them play. I mean, this has been completely out of hand so far. And keep it consistent, too. Like, call something on UNLV because they've been talking too. They've been holding too. They've been doing a lot of the stuff that Kansas has been doing too. So call it. Keep it consistent. Keep it fair. And just please let them play. It's ridiculous. No one wants to see a ref show. Reminding me of Big 12 basketball over here. Go field. Targeting, you hit him in the head. He did get hit in the head. Horrible. Come on, offense. It's just been a bad second half so far. UNLV has all the momentum because of these crap officiating. That's offside. Please call it. That's an offside. And if, oh my God, dude! Are you serious? Rightfully so. That's offside. He crosses the line. The player reacts. That's offside. It's fundamental refereeing. That's horrible. God, this is a terrible officiating crew. Oh boy. I'm baffled. This is the refs are letting UNLV back into the game. They're actively impacting the game with horrible calls, mind you. They're not even good calls. The Jayhawks, yeah, the Jayhawks have done some penalties. Some penalties are justified. A lot of them aren't, though, and it's ridiculous at this point. Lynch needs to just lay into these dudes. He needs to, because this is just ridiculous at this point. For the love of God. ACC crew getting revenge on the Big 12 for Texas getting in over FSU. Maybe. Maybe. Terrible. Just bad. I can't get over it. Lance looks like he's about to just run out onto the field and crack one of them. I don't blame him. I mean, it's been horrible. It's been horrible. Let him play. This is ridiculous. This is football. not the ref show. Get it together. I mean, yeah, seriously, it's at least keep it consistent. At least keep it fair. There's been third pick it. Well, an All-American wide receiver making that play. All because of these refs. I mean, seriously, they've impacted the game. You can't say otherwise. They've impacted the game. It's clear. It's obvious. They need to be reviewed after this because this is horrible. That that was a legitimate play. That was a great play by an All-American wide receiver. I don't blame that touchdown. It happens. But it doesn't happen unless UNLV is in great field position because of crap officiating. KU has to score here. They have to. All right. I mean, that's unbelievable. I seriously hope there's a formal review of this referee crew. That's a face mask! God! He went over his head and did that. How is that not a face mask? We're about to turn off the. Kansas has to respond. They have to. Big play here would be nice. There's going to be a fucking hold. Sorry. Well, enough, dude. Enough. Unfortunately, oh, that's that's such a soft call. And there's a face mask on a UNLV guy. Please. Enough. Solid run by Highshaw. I might turn this live stream off here pretty soon. Because this is ridiculous. Yep. Bye.